All right, today we're going to crack open the official student handbook for National Shinshu Industrial High School. And trust me, this is way more than just a boring old rule book. It's really a window into the unique culture and, yeah, the high expectations that shape what it's like to be a student here. If you've ever wondered what it really takes to make it at the school, well, you've come to the right place.
So first things first, you gotta appreciate the history here. The school isn't new to the game. It was founded way back in 1944. That's over 80 years of history, and you can see how it's constantly changed with the times. It started with the basics, mechanical and chemical engineering, but has grown to include things like IT and interior design. That right there tells you they're serious about staying relevant. Okay, at the very heart of this school, the core of its entire philosophy is this four-character motto, Jing Yi Zong Cheng. This isn't just some nice-sounding phrase they put on the wall. Nope, this is the guiding principle for every single student. So let's break down what it actually means. Here they are, the four pillars that hold everything up. It's fascinating because it's not just about being good with your hands or smart with tech, it's about character. You've got Jing, which is all about respect. Then Yi, the drive to perfect your skills. Zheng is about loyalty and seeing things through. And finally, Cheng, which means being an honest, sincere person. It's like a blueprint for who they want their students to become. All right, here's our game plan. We've just touched on the heritage and spirit. Next up, we're diving into the nitty-gritty. Academics, the daily rules, how they handle rewards and punishments, and of course, the big one, what it takes to graduate. So let's get right into the heart of student life, the academics. The handbook is super clear about what's expected, and you're about to see they have a pretty unique way of looking at success. It's not one size fits all. Okay, check this out, because this is where things get really interesting. The passing grade isn't the same for everyone. The school recognizes that students come from different backgrounds and have different strengths. So whether you have an indigenous background or you're a standout in arts or sports, your path is tailored, and you'll notice the bar gets higher each year. It's a system designed to support you, not just to test you. So, what happens if you don't make the grade? Is it game over? Not at all. There's a whole system in place. If your score isn't too low, you get a second shot with a re-exam. Pass that, and you're good. You get the credit. If you don't pass the re-exam, you'll have to retake the course. The point is, there are clear paths to get back on track. But you gotta watch out for this number, 1/3. This one is a big deal. The handbook is crystal clear. If your unexcused absences and personal leave add up to 1/3 of the total hours for any class, your grade for that class is automatically a 0. No re-exam, no second chances. It shows that just showing up is absolutely non-negotiable. Okay, moving on from grades to the daily grind. The school, which students call Chukong, has a really specific code of conduct that lays out exactly how you're expected to act every single day. And wow, this really gives you a feel for the day-to-day culture. These aren't just vague suggestions. We're talking specifics, like how to walk with a teacher, how to enter an office. You even have to announce yourself by saying report. It all ties back directly to that first pillar of the motto we talked about, Jing, or respect. They don't just talk about it, they build it into every little interaction. So with rules this specific, you'd expect a pretty clear system for when you follow them and when you don't. And you'd be right. The handbook lays out a super transparent system for both rewards and punishments. It's all based on a system of merits and demerits. On the plus side, you can get anything from a commendation for just being polite and helpful, all the way up to a major merit for doing something truly exceptional for the school. On the other side, you've got warnings for small stuff like littering, and then major demerits for serious offenses. It's all spelled out. Every action has a clear and predictable consequence. We already know that missing 1/3 of a single class is bad news. But what about your attendance overall? The handbook sets another hard line. 42 periods of unexcused absence in a single semester. What happens when you cross that line? And the answer is a counseled transfer. This is so important. Instead of just kicking a student out, the school's response is to guide them toward a different school, a different environment where they might have a better chance to succeed. It's a philosophy that's more about guidance than just pure punishment. All right, you've made it through 3 years of hard work. You've navigated the academics and the code of conduct. So what's left? Let's look at the final checklist you have to complete to actually get that diploma. So
Getting that diploma isn't just about one thing, it's the whole package. You need to hit at least 160 credits, pass most of your required courses, and really prove yourself in your professional subjects, especially with hands-on lab work. And look at that last point. You have to finish with a good disciplinary record. It's the final proof that you've mastered not just the skills, but the character the school values so much.
So there you have it, a deep dive into the student handbook. It's pretty clear that this school's history, its core values, and its super detailed guidelines all work together to create this very unique, highly structured path to success. The handbook gives you the map, but for any student walking these halls, the real question is, what story will you write?